Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the car. We're on our way to the construction site. It's Wednesday. We're heading off to the construction site with a promise of something amazing. We've been waiting for this for a long time. The windows are coming today.
I remember you, you left my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. I remember you, you left my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember.
Alright guys, because we've got some time to spend in the traffic in my city in the car, I just wanted to real quickly talk to you about the windows, because man, the windows were a big challenge for us. And when I mean big, it was like immense task, and if I knew, I would start it way before I started building the house, just figuring out all the window stuff and having orders placed and stuff like that, because we started last Easter and it's the end of February now, so let's say the effort was 10 months effort to get the windows in place, and that was after they were designed more or less, so we had it figured out, and then let's say we made minor changes during the way, but for the most part the shape was there. We knew the shape of the windows we wanted, right? The type, like how they open and stuff like that. And then it was just a matter of fact of converting the architect's drawings into reality, and that was the challenging part. So in the windows you can get them made out of plastic, wood or aluminium, where aluminium is usually the worst material due to the fact it conducts a lot of heat. In our climate, it's really important to get your windows really warm, or with a low heat transmission number. So plastic windows or wooden windows are usually the way to go, unless you're a business and you don't really care about your heating expenses, then you may go for the nice aluminum windows. So our choices were between the wooden and the plastic, and initially we were dead set for the wooden windows because they look a little bit nicer, but we came to a realization that there's a lot of maintenance involved with wooden windows. You gotta paint them every now and then just to maintain them, or you know, they can warp on you and stuff like that because of moisture. So if they're not the best quality, and you can't really say if the factory didn't do a poor job beforehand, you'll know in like 15 years. So if they're not the super best quality, then you can quickly realize that they're not the better product, and usually they're more expensive than the PVC ones. So in the end we settled on PVC, and with that idea it took us 10 months. So we initially started out with a person locally in our small village that does windows from a factory in Poland, and everything was going really nice until we converted the drawings of the architect into the actual reality of the PVC frames, which are much thicker in the width of the window frame than the ones that the architect drew. And we realized that the windows don't look good anymore because we have some divisions in our windows. You'll see that shortly, and yeah, that was a big problem for us. The windows, which are 55 centimeter wide in each wing, they got very narrow like the glass got really narrow and looked like a tank, like a window of a tank, or like a medieval tower for shooting bow and arrow and something like that. So out of the 55 centimeters we had for the window, we got around 25 centimeters of plastic and 30 centimeters of glass. So it was like really bad. So, or even worse, I think, because initially we thought we would have like a center division in the middle. So it was actually more like 30 centimeters of plastic or somewhere around that. So with that in mind, I went online looking for a solution, and I came across the fact that the manufacturer of the profiles, the PVC pieces that hold the glass, he has a product that has like a thinner width, and then there's like center posts that can move together with one of the windows. Who's honking? Come on, it's traffic. With one of the windows, so that narrows the place where the inner two doors, the windows that meet. So it started looking more and more like something we would want. But we already had everything specified with the first person, the first company, and that itself took some time. Okay, so that itself, it took some time to figure out, and we were probably 2 months into the project with all the details set. I think it was somewhere around the middle of the summer or beginning of the summer that we had like the details sorted out, the factory chosen, all the sizes converted into their system. We chose the glass, the knobs, everything. The hinges. There's a lot of things you need to choose. And it turned out that the factory is not able to manufacture, or doesn't want to manufacture, with those different PVC profiles. They only use one, the thick one, and we can go with that or not. So that was a big blocking point for our progress. I think it was the beginning of the summer. And then we found another factory, which I called up the guys from the company Veka, which manufactures those PVC profiles, and asked them, look guys, you got these thin ones, right? I want those in my windows. What are the restrictions on those, like size-wise? And it turned out we can get those for our windows, right? They're acceptable. So then I said, okay, which factory in my country manufactures with those? And they gave me a list of factories, right? Maybe 5. I said, okay, I'll give you 5 initially. And amongst them there was like a big one that is called Vetrix. And I called those guys up and I asked them, look, I want to buy your windows. How should I do that? They told me to contact their retailer locally to the place where we're building the house. I said, okay, great. And I gave him a call, and then 2 months later we went through the whole process of selecting all the details of the knobs, the glass, because of course they have a different system. So that was like around the end of the summer. They put down my down payment, right? And away we went. And 5 months later, instead of 2, here we are now. The windows are manufactured, and we overcame great odds. And I want to thank the factory guys for helping me out with the issues we had. But I'm not going to talk about it. In general, it's a great day. We're going to go to the construction site, figure out, see what the windows are, take a first look at them, and start putting them in.
Watching it end again and again.
here. Oh boy, it's frosty. Back again at the construction site, 2019, that's the year today. So, whew, it's 1 degree Celsius, you can see the frost still on the ground, but the weather is going to shift today. It's supposed to be, but it's supposed to get much warmer today, around 10 degrees, I heard, or read on the forecast. Let's see how that turns out. And the house is still standing. That's a good thing. Let's go take a look. Everything's alright. Woo-hoo-hoo. I got some tracks on the ground. You can see different types of animals. I've been walking around here. Really cool prints. Like these ones. And then I don't know if it's a big dog or what. Pretty cool. Yeah, but it looks fun, and I'm happy we're moving to the countryside. Alrighty guys, check this out. The guys just brought a little tiny bomb disarming robot. No, it's a little crane system for lifting windows. It's not very little, but it's, yeah, you can see the base, it's quite small, it can maneuver around on little tracks. It's got these foldable arms that give it stabilization, and then there's this lifting crane. Really cool. I feel today is gonna be a really fun day. The windows are here, and we got the little crane stuck. It's stuck in the place where we dug the gas lines and the water lines. The ground was disturbed and hasn't settled much yet. So the guys are going to try to dig it out now. I did tell them, they didn't listen. Oh well. Alrighty guys, we got the windows in here. So they're looking very nice. So let's see how it all goes. And we got even more windows coming. The guys over there are setting up by the house. The guys are setting up over there by the house. We got a second set of windows coming. Wow. Alright, so for the machine there, the guys have an attachment here with some suction cups. This will suction onto the glass panes of the window, and then the crane can lift the whole thing up, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we got the windows offloaded into the house over here, there. There are some frames over there. Big pieces of glass on the outside that the crane has carried over here. And then some more in the garage. So yeah, things are going forward smoothly right now. There was a little one scratch, but yeah, that's okay. And you can see there's a window here, some frames for this big opening, plus a door, double-sided door that goes right over there. And in the garage, some windows for the garage also standing over here. So it's going pretty good. Right, so the guys are moving in the big window panes now, and they're using this crazy machine. $199.6 kilos. That's 200 kilograms is pane of glass, and as you can see, manageable by 3 people using the machine. One guy steers, the other 2 guide it, and these will have to end up inside of that frame, but the guys are going to put the frame up first so it's easy to work with, and then put the glass pieces inside over here. Really cool. Alright, y'all. So the guys have unloaded all of the windows into the building, and they're leaving now. So that will be it for today. It was a big challenge to get all of this in here. These things are pretty heavy. Some of them weigh a couple 100 kilos. So yeah, pretty fantastic. And they've got those big glass windows in the building over there. So yeah, good job. Tomorrow we're starting on putting them in. They're gonna start upstairs with the smaller windows, and these are fantastic. So let me just tell you a few things about the windows I wanted to discuss. Basically, I started a chat in the car about the PVC windows versus wooden windows, and you can see, of course, these have the stickers on them still. These will come off pretty quickly, but the thing is that we have multi-layered, multi-pane glass. There's 3 glass panes in the window, and you can see we stylized them in old-fashioned with these cross pieces over here. These are also made out of PVC and just attached like this. There are gaps in between which don't match really the original way the windows were made, but it imitates it pretty nicely, I think. I think these look quite nice, and on some windows we have quite a lot of those like these. These are the doors that go out of our master bathroom onto the balcony, and you can see we've got this motif of these cross members here on a lot of our windows. So we were concerned a lot about this joining point here, but it turned out very nicely. Yeah, very good. Another thing that was quite important to us was this joint over here in the corner. You can see this has a very nice smooth transition from one to the other, not this very like a half a centimeter thick melted gap like windows usually have. Maybe it can pass a little bit as wooden frame windows. I don't know, they don't look very wooden, but they're not that super hardcore plasticky, tacky, and I think they're pretty nice actually. So I'm really happy the way they turned out. And for the glass, we have 3 layers of glass, and the outside layer is it has 2 layers of glass and foil in between. It's glued together, so it's like safe glass. If you try to break it, it will just make like a spider web of you know, shatters, like it does in the car front windshield. It won't fall apart into tiny bits like tempered glass, but it's like safe glass. So if somebody tries to get in through the window, like breaking the window, opening the handle, it will take them a much longer time to get through this kind of glass than from regular windows. So this is on all of our windows, and I think it's a good investment for security, especially that we live in a bit of a remote area here. And of course, you know, once they start hammering on the window, the alarm will go off. And what else can I say? Yeah, these are pretty nicely done. I'm very happy with them. There's quite a lot of them all around the house right now, here and there and everywhere. So this tempered glass is supposed to be UW06. Let's find a visible label somewhere. It's upside down. I'm gonna flip you guys over. It's upside down. You can see 0.6 watts per meter square Kelvin. This is the thermal resistance of the glass, and the windows will add up to around a little bit under or a little bit over 1 watt per square meter Kelvin. So they're pretty warm. So the glass is pretty warm, and that's really good. So we will save some energy. Yeah, and the big windows in the workshop, the huge window panes over there, they're much thicker glass than the ones in the house. That glass is, I think, 4 millimeters thick, and these huge windows, the heavy ones, they're, I believe, 6 millimeters thick. Let's take a look over here. Oh, here you go. This is the glass composition. 444 glued together, so it's I think 8 millimeters in total. Then there's a 6 millimeter glass and a 6 millimeter glass with different coatings. And this one is a bit worse on the thermal resistance of 0.7. But if you put the whole window into perspective, then it comes out actually like 0.8, because there's just a huge pane of glass and no divisions, so no breaks or anything in the glass or thermal points where the temperature can go through, like through the plastic with the air gaps and stuff like that. And that is filled with some gas that helps out. So that is a really good thing. And yeah, so these windows will be pretty warm. Alrighty, I guess it's enough for today, and tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off and start with putting in the windows. I talked with the guys. They mentioned they want to start up on top over there. Fine with me. Let's get the small windows in first, get warmed up, and then continue from there. Okay, talk to you soon.